Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Avie. So for today's video, I'm gonna share with you my immigration process, the form I-751, also known as petition to remove condition on residence. So I'm gonna share with you all the documents I gathered and how I compile my packet. Disclaimer: I made this video based on my own experience and share my personal knowledge and understanding about the topic. This video should not be used as a substitute for competent legal advice from licensed professional, attorney, or lawyer. So if you got here in the US using a K-1 visa, and after you married your US fiance or your spouse now, I'm sure you already filed for adjustment of status and granted 2 years conditional green card. So a little backstory, I was granted 2 years conditional green card last December of 2018. And my green card's about to expire, so I need to submit my application or send my petition to the USCIS. And usually USCIS will send you a letter notifying you that you need to file for your I-751. But in my case, I never received any letter. So even though I didn't receive any letter, I still gathered all the documents that I need. And I did my research and I found out that I need to submit my application within the 90 days period. So to determine when your 90 days period starts, I use the USCIS filing calculator, and I'm gonna leave that link in the description box. So what I did, I put together 6 folders, and each folder is a different category of documents. So in my first folder, of course, is my payment and the form I-751. And then my next folder is the evidence of our bona fide relationship. And my third folder right here is the original sworn affidavit from families and friends. And the next one is the financial supporting evidences. And my next folder, this one is the proof of our insurance. And my last folder is the proof that we live on the same address. So on top of that, I created a cover letter to make it easier for them to review my application. And on that cover letter, I go into detail listing what specific documents are in each folder. So now I'm going to show you my cover letter. It is addressed to U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services, Department of Homeland Security, P.O. Box 21200, Phoenix, Arizona 85036. I use this address because I'm going to send this using USPS, but if you send your packet using UPS or FedEx and DHL, use this address right here. So the nature of submission: subject I-751 joint petition to remove conditions of residence for my name, the conditional permanent resident spouse, my date of birth, my alien number, and my social security number. So for the alien number, you can find it on your green card. So to whom it may concern, please see enclosed joint petition for removal of conditions of permanent resident status for my wife, my name, and my wife entered the United States with the K-1 visa on December 2017 and we subsequently married. She received her conditional permanent resident card in December of 2018. We respectfully request that this petition be accepted. I am enclosing the following documents to verify the status of our happy marriage and organized documents for your convenience. In my folder 1 is a check payable to U.S. Department of Homeland Security amounting $680. $595 is for filing fee and $85 is for the biometric service fee. Next is a duly completed Form G1145, e-notification of application petition acceptance. Next is duly completed and signed for I-751, petition to remove conditions of residence. Next is a copy of my permanent resident card, front and back. Next is a copy of my passport, biographic page and pages with stamps only. So for my passport, I submitted my old passport with my K-1 visa, and my new one under my married name. Next is a copy of my husband's passport showing proof of citizenship. Folder 2 is the evidence of our bona fide relationship. So I submitted copy of our marriage certificate, copy of our report of marriage from Philippines Consulate General. So if the marriage between Filipino and foreign nationals should be reported and registered with the Philippine Statistic Authority or PSA through the Philippine Embassy Consulate General. Next is a copy of our daughter's birth certificate. Next is the copy of our daughter's confirmation of birth. You can get it from the hospital where you gave birth. Next is a copy of our daughter's social security card. Next is the photos since we got married December 8 of 2017 up to present. And the next is the letter or cards from families and friends. Next is the letter from my OB that stating I am safe to travel. Next is a copy of our plane tickets and passport stamps when we visited Philippines. So next is my folder 3. I submitted original affidavits from families and friends. So I'm not going to show the names of my families and friends, but I asked some of our families that if they can make affidavit for us. Folder 4 is our financial supporting evidence. So I submitted copies of our joint 1040 income tax return for the year 2017 up to 2019. So for this one, I only printed the first 2 or the first 4 pages of our income tax return. And I also submitted copies of our joint tax return transcript of the same year. You can download this transcript at the irs.gov. So next is our copies of our recent 5 months joint bank statement. Next is the copy of our previous 5 months joint bank account and copies of our joint credit cards. So for my folder 5 is a proof of insurance. I submitted copy of our health insurance card showing me as his beneficiary, copy of our vision insurance card, copy of our dental insurance card, copy from his company showing me as his dependent, copy of our home insurance showing joint policy, copy of our car insurance, copy of our previous car insurance from 2018. So for my last folder is the proof that we live in the same address. I submitted copy of a driver's license and state ID showing same address, copy of our house title showing joint occupancy and showing our same address, copy of our car title showing joint ownership and same address, copy of our different household bills showing same address. I used electric bill, internet bill, and our car insurance bill and hospital bill. Any bill that has both your names, you can use it. So I submitted also a copy of our driver's license and state ID from Florida showing same address because we moved from a different state now. So I included that one as well. And also a copy of our previous apartment lease from 2018 and a copy of our previous apartment insurance from 2018 as well. So this is the last part of our cover letter. Copies of documents submitted are exact photocopies of unaltered documents, and I agree to submit original documents to an immigration officer if required. We are happily living together and requesting that this petition be accepted. You may feel free to inquire at any of the sources enclosed documentation for validity of the statements. Please advise me if you have any further questions regarding this petition. Thank you much. Sincerely, my husband's name, and he signed it. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope I was able to share a very informative and helpful video on this topic. So if you have questions, just leave a comment down below. I'll try to answer as much as I can. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and stay tuned on my next update. Bye, guys!